What's going on, y'all? I hope everybody is well this morning. So I wanted to come on here and talk about this situation that's going down with Biggie, right? Now, Biggie, amongst a lot of people in hip hop, they revere Biggie, and some people look at him as the best rapper of all time. If not, he's in most individuals' top 5 rappers of all time. Now, this is the thing. There's information that came out that I wasn't privy to. And if you were privy to this information, just refrain from dropping down in the comments saying this is old news and old tea. I believe that a lot of people were not privy to this information. And so this is the thing. They're saying that Biggie actually stole his name and a song from an unknown Mississippi rapper. Now, before we go any further, let me express that this sounds like the work of none other than Diaper Booty Diddy. Let's just keep it all the way real. Diaper Booty Diddy had something to do with this, stole that man's style from Mississippi, put it upon Biggie, told Biggie to rap like this, act like this, be smooth like this, and things of that nature. That's just my personal opinion. Now, what I want to do here is play you a snippet of a video where this individual was breaking this whole situation down. So sit tight and I'll be right back.
Call a Crip, same number, same hood. It's all.
What? Biggie stole his name and song from an unknown rapper in Mississippi? Look, I get it. I'm just like y'all. My mind is blown as well. AllHipHop.com just posted an article the other day about an unknown rapper from Gulfport, Mississippi that went by the name Notorious B1. Now, Notorious B1 was signed to an independent record label based out of Gulfport, Mississippi. Notorious B1 with another rapper put out an album called Mississippi Doughboys back in 1993. On that album, it contained a song called Big Daddy. Big Daddy contained the same sample that Biggie used for Juicy, the Mtume song called Juicy Fruit. If you listen to the song called Big Daddy, it sounds very, very similar to Biggie's first single from the Ready to Die album called Juicy. Not only did they use the same sample and the beat sounded similar, but they also kind of sound alike if you listen to their voices. Now, after that album dropped in 1993, B1 says that they started sending that album to different labels in hopes of getting distribution. B1 believes that Bad Boy got a copy of that particular album and Diddy stole that concept, presented it to Biggie, and then he became the Notorious B.I.G. and his first single was Juicy. Now keep this in mind. Back when Biggie was first signed to Puffy, he wasn't going by the name the Notorious B.I.G. He was going by Biggie Smalls. Then he had to change it legally. He went by Biggie, Big E, but he did not get the Notorious name until Ready to Die was about to come out. Now, of course, everybody should have seen Biggie's biopic. Do you remember the part where he was very hesitant on rapping on the song Juicy with the sample, but Diddy kept insisting, hey, do this.
I spit this, it's gonna be laughed for that.
If you spit this, it's gonna be laughing at you all the way to the bank, big.
If you ask me, I think that Biggie didn't want to rap on the song, not because he wasn't feeling the sample. It's because he didn't want to bite off of another rapper. What makes it more interesting, you remember the part where Biggie says,
From the Mississippi down to the East Coast.
could that be Biggie's way of at least paying homage to the man that he stole his idea and song concept from? I don't think this takes away anything that Biggie contributed to the game. He is a legend and we will respect him as such. I think this was a Diddy Puff Daddy move and not a B.I.G. move. What's messed up, unfortunately, is that Notorious B1 couldn't take any legal action. All Puffy or Biggie had to do was say, no, my name is Notorious B.I.G. Your name is Notorious B1. My song is called Juicy. Your song is called Big Daddy. And they didn't technically sample that record. They sampled Mtume Juicy Fruit. B1 also said that Biggie wasn't calling himself Big Papa until he heard Big Daddy. It's all a coincidence, right?
All right, so you guys heard that, and to be honest, it sounds the same to me. The song is the same. We understand that Biggie may have delivered the song better, changed it up, put his own swag to it and things of that nature. Biggie was a smooth dude, right? But at the end of the day, it's not right. This brother from Mississippi was trying to make it in the game, and he had his whole style bit from a New Yorker, right? So I just don't understand why Diddy hasn't had his head knocked off yet. Now, I know at the end of the day, a lot of people are going to be of the mindset that Homeboy should have had his ducks in a row, right? And that he should have had his music copyrighted. It's almost like that old slogan, finders, keepers, losers, weepers. But where's the morality in all of that, right? You know, at the end of the day, Notorious B.I. had an opportunity to get the hell out of Mississippi and make something of himself. You know, he's sending his record around trying to get a record deal, but his whole style was jacked, right? And we don't even know how Old Boy is doing today. He could be doing bad. Look, I'm gonna say this, and I don't wish any bad on anyone. I'm just gonna keep it real. But I guarantee you, Diddy is gonna go out in the worst way. Mark my word, right? Mark my word. Diddy is gonna go out in the worst way. And honestly, if it happens, which I'm not advocating for it to happen, you know, he had a lot to pay for. He sold his own seed, right? So it is what it is. But anyway, let's transition to the next story. So rapper Fivio came out on the $1 Million Worth of Game podcast, I believe it's called, and basically talked about the fact that he signed to Mase for only $5,000. Now, this sent the internet into a frenzy because Mase has been complaining about Diddy not wanting to sell him his publishing, not paying him the correct amount of money that he's worth, and now you're trying to stiff arm another artist, so it just all sound hypocritical. But anyway, Fivio went on the podcast and he tried to make Mase look bad and things of that nature, but when I tell you that Mase came back with receipts,
the receipts? Do I need to bring the receipts, baby girl?
I'm telling you, I'm here to tell you, y'all, Mase had his receipts on deck. So what I'm going to do right here is I'm going to play you a portion of what Fivio had to say about Mase, and then immediately following that, we're going to listen to Mase call a exec from Columbia Records that was in on the deal that he did with Fivio to explain what Fivio actually got out of the deal. And it really looks really bad for Fivio. Fivio seemed to have lied about this whole entire situation. So sit tight and I'll be right back.
We had to go sit down and meet him. I'm saying, I ain't gonna lie, he just pulled out the paper and I just signed it. You know what I'm saying? Like immediately.
So was it no lawyer, no
Nah. The who bought me to him, he was like, yo man, just sign it. You bugging. I'm like, yeah, read it. He like, he just signed it. It's good. So I just signed it. You know what I'm saying?
And was it an advance, anything? It was just like,
yeah, the advance $5,000.
$5,000?
Yeah.
Whoa. He signed you for $5,000. That's what he gave you?
That's all he gave me. $5,000 was a lot. 5,000 hit when, you know what I'm saying? That
same thing Nori said.
I thought that was gonna last till whenever that gonna last till that last
2 weeks.
2 weeks. Or
do you mind going through this conversation so they can understand?
Let's get to it.
All right. So talk about.
And what do Tubby do? Tubby is a what for
Tubby, who were you at the time that I came to Columbia?
I was head of urban at Columbia, so I'm in the urban department at Columbia Records.
All right.
So he ran the urban department. So Tubby, where me and Tubby go back is Tubby used to, before he became super big time, he used to do Bad Boy Street Team.
Okay. Put the posters up.
Yeah. So then Tubby got the money up for us because Tubby said, what does it take for you to bring Fivio to me? This is what he asked me. I said, Tubby, we'll fly out to LA. Tubby, you tell them. I ain't got to tell them. They want to hear you.
So how the story goes is, I think Fivio had Def Jam and I want to say Epic. He had two offers from them. And we felt like we were getting a runaround, but when I found out Mase had the contract, so Mase had the final decision on say where that deal goes, because he was a furnishing company. So Mase flew to LA, we sat down, and I said, what does it take to take it off the table? He gave me the number, and I talked to Ron Perry and our team at Columbia, and we made the deal happen. And we agreed to the number. He was like, yo, I need this, and I need Fivio to make this. So Fivio made, I think it was $750 for Fivio and $650.
Yeah, and didn't I decide to give him 50-50? That's what we need to know.
Yeah, you made a fair deal. You said I don't want to take more out of Fivio's pocket. So yeah.
So he got $750 cash to walk away with.
Yeah. Wait, that's not it. That's not it. Because now I'm warmed up. I was a little nervous because I wasn't sure if this he was going to answer. Now I'm going to go in my bag.
Okay.
Not only did he get $750, I gave him all of his percentages back.
What you mean?
All of them. So if he was going to tour, I could have made 30% for the rest of my life on everything he did.
Mm-hmm.
I gave 30% all back to him.
Okay.
Before the 750. So he got 750 and the 30 back.
Okay. What about his publishing?
I never had any of his publishing. So when I say my deal is like a Puff Daddy deal, how? I got 0 publishing. I got 0 merchandising. I got 0 touring.
Lord.
And we just split everything like partners. So why did I sign him to that deal? So that when we go in the door, nobody could rip us off. Because when the artists don't understand the business, you'll work them up to a certain point, and then they'll get in and sell everybody out for the little Rolex they want or the little chain they want. So I made it where I can make the decision until we settle the decision. And once we settle the money, now you make all your own decisions.
All right, so you guys heard that, right? And from the sounds of things and the way that the Columbia exec broke things down, it seems like Fivio got a good deal. So what in the hell would possess Fivio to actually tell a blatant lie like that? Mase had all of the receipts, man. And the fact that Mase has been stiffed as an artist in the past by Diddy, it's in his best interest. As a matter of fact, it's imperative that he tries to do right by other artists and show them the ropes so they can show other younger artists that come up behind them the game so they won't get stiffed out of their money, right? So I just don't understand this, man. Mase went got this guy a beautiful deal, right? Working with him, putting food on his table, and he just gonna lie like that? Man, our cultures can talk about the toxicity that exists in other cultures all we want, but at the end of the day, there's a major lapse. There's it's major toxicity within our community, and it's just sad. But anyway, I'm gonna draw the line here and let this go. I want you guys to drop down and let me know how you feel about everything that I talked about in this video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And until next time, peace.